One, two, one, two, one, two, one, two, one, two. Woo!
Hello guys and welcome back to this one. Today we are going to be getting into a new heap solution. I think this is the last one for the heap problems. But yeah, we're going to be getting into computing the median of an online data. What does that mean? Let's just read the question first. It says, compute the median of an online data. Let me zoom in, let this out. Then we say you want to compute the running median of a sequence of numbers. The sequence is presented to you in a streaming fashion. You cannot back up and read an earlier value, and you need to output the median after reading in each new element. Says the problem, design an algorithm for computing the running median of a sequence. The time complexity should be O of n per element reading, where n is the number of values read in up to that element. Okay, so let's just break that down before we move further. So what it is saying is simply saying in a nutshell, there is data streaming into a system. So let's say we have a system and there's data streaming into it. Now we want to know the median of the data that has come into this system as they come in. We are not trying to, hold them, filter them, and then get the middle, then, before we get the median, because obviously the median is the middle number or the average of the two middle numbers if there is an even number, right? But if it's odd, you just find the middle number. That's the median. So that's the median, the middle number of the sorted array, right? So it has to be sorted, so we now find the middle number, and that's the median, right? So we have this system, and maybe say 4 flies in, 3 flies in, 7 flies in, right? What's the median? We have to sort it. It has to be 3, 4, 7. Then we pick out 4. So basically this system is supposed to be doing it on the fly, right? After, because the thing is, they're supposed to be on the fly, because media normally is not. So we have to, like, bring in, how do you call it? So we have to, like, have the whole set then before we then solve. But this guy, the values come in, immediately they come in, he finds the median. If really comes in, it calculates the median. So the median is what we are looking for. So having said that, that's what the problem is looking for, and that's the problem, what the problem wants us to solve. Now, doing it in the most effective way now becomes a question, because we will see the brute force, which is what they maybe say the brute force, as the name implies, of solving this problem. But then again, we are going to now have to optimize to now see, oh, is there a more efficient way for us to solve this? So we say brute force will be a few steps, hold the list, and we return health streams. Already a bad omen. So hold the list that we return held streams already about the domain, just basically thinking my thinking notes is to calculate median of the sorted stream list, print the median. So yeah, it's just giving an idea of what we want to solve for the brute force. But before we get into that, just to give us a function that we are going to be making use of as we solve. We are going to say stream list sorted stream list, right? So basically we are going to be making use of this function called sort and median. Basically it's just a function that will help us, any value that comes, that we find, every group of value we find, what it really does is to sort the value, then get us the median. So basically we see here it takes in a stream, which is a list. So if I'm going to type this, it's going to be a list, right? And this guy is also going to return us what? A list, right? So yeah, so we see that we take in a list, and that list itself then goes ahead to be sorted. And after it's sorted, then what do? We say if the median is an even number, right? That's what this illustration tries to say. When we divide it by 2, it remains 0. Meaning that say is median is an even number. Then we get to then solve, the list value at the left side of the middle and the right side of the middle, and then we divide that by 2, and boom, we get what our median is. Then else, if that's not the case, we return um, uh, the stream list just bang at the middle, and we are golden. So that's basically what this function does. So this is just an introduction into the problem. We are as usual going to go through the 4 phases for the brute force, so that we crystallize what we we are trying to say here. So even without writing any code, just by seeing these videos, you could basically get a clear understanding of what the problem is asking, and also a clear understanding of what the solution is, and then what the waste is, which is the most important part, the complexity. So muchas gracias. See you on the next one. Ciao.